Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Alrighty. Today, we are continuing and hopefully finishing the interior of the P-51B. Now, it's going to require some more stunt deckling. But yeah, we'll see how that rolls, kids. We'll see how that rolls. Alrighty, now to that end. Sorry, I just was looking at something and I came to a bit of a realization that when I move, I'm going to need to get a light set up again, I reckon. Just because of the different, yeah, I digress. Anyway, first up, we all know the drill. Mm. Oh, yeah. Curious. It is indeed coffee tomb. Autocorrect or some such in operation there. There we go. Now, pop them to there. Now, here we go. In we come. Up. Now. Okay, can I get a toothpick? I'm just looking at now, of course, what we've got to do, give you a zoom in. Bing. Now. And right. These, as we know, have to get decals on them. I just make them as flat as possible. Alright. Now, what I'm thinking, there we go. Oops, no, we don't. There we go. Maybe just zoom out just a little. There we go. Right. Is that when I put the decals on these side ones, I'll actually start by going, no, how to do, that was how I worked it out, was if I get it from this angle and just thread it around, it should hopefully follow the rest. Now the decals we're looking at are these ones. So yeah, they're a wee bit cunty. Now, whilst we're at it, zoom out for a moment. Other decals we yeah, well. Anyway, actually, when I'm writing, as far as I think I may have mentioned I write books, or I'm writing a book, and I've written one already. And yeah, I sometimes find that, yeah, just because sometimes I lose my bearings, because there is an actual layout to a keyboard. I'm sure you're aware of this. And yeah, because you think, oh, that's where the E is, suddenly you've got all the wrong letters. You just go, ooh. Fortunately, it doesn't happen. Usually I become aware of it when I've really early on, like a word in. Now, aside from the decals on the seat belts being, and we'll K27, correctamundo, yes, all good. Right, we also have K5, which goes there and there. So let's have a look at K5, shall we? Oh, yeah. Excuse me, I see where they go. That's actually kind of funky in its own little way. All right, I'll show you. So you can see what I'm talking about. Give me a moment. Now, diddly. What we're doing here is bing. Aha. Now, you'll see just there. I don't know if you can. There are 2 points on either side. I can see them quite clearly from my position, like just under the edges of the seat. But there's 2 points there on either side where decals go. There we go. That's my point. And I sit there around decals and the points around. I don't think that came through as clearly as what I would have liked, but never mind. And then, of course, we've got 2 decals on the dashboard. All right. And then, good people, let me just check something. Yoke goes in. And if we get this complete, those decals on. Yeah, okay. We're doing this, kids. Those 6 decals will complete the interior for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All righty, let's do this. Now, something I can do before I get started, just to make my life a wee bit easier, is clear my desk of shit I don't need. Or a bit. Stop. Oh, Rob, what are you doing, boy? Now, bing, bing, bing. Actually, might use this as to cut this out, because some of the blades that set of blades is probably getting a little old. Now, next I want to put away now. That can go into there. All right. Oh, and that can go into there. All righty. Now then, good people. Let me just get this out of the way. This being a box of stuff that's not required to be on hand. I am inclined to go those 2 K5s first because they're actually pretty straightforward. And in that regard, I can not help but view that as a win. as far as also because of their position, they're being under the seat as opposed to, that's not actually sticking down. The seatbelt, that is. Do I want? No, I don't. Otherwise, it'll slow us down. It couldn't be fucked. All right, now I'm just trying to work out what probably if I can get this. Oh, that would be the angle. If I can get that to somehow. Excuse me. Oh, wait, David, here we go. I reckon. Do you remember I reckon it was 80s UK show, The Professionals? I've stumbled upon whole episodes on YouTube. I haven't stuck out a whole one, but just it's classic. Even just which the first, or the setup of the whole premise, and of an episode, and no, in which case it's a question of angle, isn't it? And what I mostly watched it for was the theme music. Oh, there we go. That's the angle I want for that. All right. Hopefully that'll do it. All righty. We will move things around as required. Yes. Now, let's get a couple of other bits and bobs, shall we? Now, decal setter. There's no better. I will stop now. Now there's this one. Where's my other one? Chunky one that we use. Boom. All right. We are. No, we're not. There is one other thing I require. Actually, two things. Let's get these away for a moment. These are always handy in this sort of activity. And finally, of course, my deckling tweezers, which are here. Come here, you. Alrighty. Now we are almost ready to rock and or roll. Oh, alrighty. I can put this away too. Now, yes. But yeah, I've like I said, I stumbled from the whole episode. I was just doing a YouTube scroll, if you know what I mean, and there it was. I thought, you're kidding me, and I couldn't help myself. And again, part of it was, or as much as anything else, it was for the opening music. It gave me a warm, fuzzy glow and much mirth and amusement, as you can gather. But yes. Apparently now, Martin Shaw had he left. That's why the show ended, because apparently he's quite a devout Buddhist. You found that the way the character he was portraying ran contrary to his philosophical beliefs. It's fair enough. I mean, whatever. I know that Lewis Collins did a movie after that, but not much beyond that. Unsurprisingly, he played a mercenary. No, he played an SAS guy, but yeah, you get the drill. Gordon Jackson was, well, he'd done a lot of work, of course. Don't know what he did after the Professionals. Why am I going towards cold and getting more fucking hot water? What the fuck? This is now it's stone. Fuck that. Give me some moderation here, people. Give me something I can work with. Deary me. I hope the next one is this one's better than this. Here we go, I think maybe. I know that because he used to play the head man on the show called Upstairs Downstairs. I believe my grandparents used to watch that. And here we go. Really? Wow. That's a bit rough. That's, yeah, I don't know about that's. I mean, surely the others have got some right on that front, you know what I'm saying? You would think. I mean, also being as an actor, it sort of goes with the turf, you would expect. The Butler, Correctamundo. Yeah, apparently like I said, my grandparents used to watch it, and I think part of the reason was I seem to recall my mum telling me that my great-grandfather was pretty much that head butler figure in that sort of environment. And the only reason that he actually quit was because he and his wife had 3 sons, and the money wasn't enough. Besides, at that point in history, apparently there was a lot of work to be had in London. I'm not sure if he was the one who became the master paint maker or not. But in any event, yeah. There we are. Alrighty. Now it got a bit messy on some of the cut. Maybe this isn't the one to roll with. But nonetheless, come here. So we'll slide it off. Probably from that angle. Oh, come here, you. I ask you. There we go. Yeah, that is a bit messy. Never mind. Now I'm going to lift this up a bit and maybe down. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. But he was a name. I mean, he's in The Great Escape, as you'd be aware, no doubt. And he's a quality actor. Yeah. Indeed, he falls into that category of actors who, if you see him in a production, you can know you can rely on at least one good, solid performance, being him. As to how the rest of it goes, but yeah, there's a number of actors who I tend to associate with quality effort, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, that's moving already. Jolly good. Let's do this then. Now, what I might do, because I don't think that came up so well once it's actually in position, I'll see if I can give you a zoom in from this angle, because you'll probably see it a lot better. All right. Now, that. Oh, wow. Oh, it actually goes inside. Are you serious? All right. In you go. I think. Goggles. Just making sure it's all good. Yeah, it's in there for all the good it does. All right, it's bone cancer. That'd be horrible. Now, whilst I'm pretty sure your chances of perceiving this are not that high. You see that little circle? Right. Hang on. Now, let me see where we're at. There we go. That little circle there. See the little highlight? That's the circle. It does fall a bit into the category of really. But what you're gonna do, you know? All right. So this time we want to do exactly the same methodology, but on this side, I would suggest. All right. Now, jump the gun a bit on positioning that, but goggles off for a moment. Now, next. while I'm just quickly here. Yeah, I thought that was going to require a bit of re-gluing after my fiddling with it yesterday. We'll come back. All right, now scalpel. All right. Hang on a moment. All right, pop that over to there. There. I think I prefer the other scalpels actually, as far as it goes. So I shall use them from here on in. Ow. You come here. You, sir. No, not that way. Nah. There we go. And let's soak. Let's soak. Now. My new place has polished wooden floors, so you'd be inclined to think that if I drop a piece, it's not going to be too hard to find, and there will be much rejoicing. Now, there we go. Now, mark setter. Now, after this, we're going to do the ones on the dash. Then we're going to do the seat belts. No, actually change of plans. We'll do one on the dash, one of the big one on the seat belt, and then we will do the other on the dash, and then the other seatbelt ones. I'm sure you get the drill. The premise being that it will give a bit of time for excuse me a moment while I just get it. In you go. Let me just get my goggles. And We are. We're good. All right. Now, we face a bit of a challenge. Getting our decals right on this one. Now, actually, do I go the little ones first, then the big one? That might be the smart move. Big then a little. I would go big. All right, this is going to be a little rusty, kids. Let's see how we travel. Well, first things first. Oh, hey, kitty guy, how you doing? Oh, hey, best man. This could get a little hairy, kids. Now then, first up, you need to get that out of the way for the moment. Let me just check something for my own. All right, yep, jolly good. So from here, and maybe a little lower. All right. All right. Now, I'm good, mate. I'm getting stuff done, which is always good. I've got a couple of the tiny decals in on there, as I have lamented on so many occasions with such fine detail, and you can't even see it. But never mind, it's there. But now we come into a challenge. I may have made an error. Wait. Or created a problem for myself, but maybe I haven't. Or maybe it's easily redeemable. If I... Can I? I can. Aha. What I wanted to do there is just pull. I was pretty sure there was one part that hadn't been fully secured. And the reason I wanted that up just a little is it's going to make it so much easier to slide this part in. Now it's less of a hassle. All right. Oh yeah, and these ones are going on to the photo etch. So this is where it starts getting a little bit of jiggery pokery going on. Now, now. Alrighty. Let's have a quick gander. This shouldn't be too bad. If my hand will come back, waking up. There we go. Now, I've just noticed something on the fuselage that we can attend to very shortly. But first, let's get this on. Deedly, deedly. Now I can, with these, there's actually a spare set. It looks like there's almost two sets of all the decals. I'm not quite sure why that would be, or if that is just my imagination. That's certainly what it looks like. Not yet. Alrighty. Now, let's see if it's moving. It is, but I wouldn't mind just a little quick. Oh, 1, 2, 3. That should do it for us. Right. Now comes the tricksy part. Alrighty. Now, not quite getting the angle I want. Actually, what I want is that. That's what I want. There we go. Oh, wow. Seriously? Well, that's easy. Ha! Almost. Give me a moment. Tiniest of touches. On you go. Come on. It's, look. Hang on. Boom. Go you, Robster. Hee hee. I'll give you a zoom in. I'm a bit chipper about that, as you may have gathered, kids. I was so unsure about how this would roll out, and I've got to say, pretty well, actually. All right. Before I lose myself in afterglow. Oh yeah, that's dear God. All right. Look at that, kids. Look at that. Yeah. I am very pleased with that. Okay. Wow. Ha! All righty. Pop that aside for a moment. Now, one thing I have not done and would like to do, what I'd like to do, why is that there? Anyway, I need to locate. Give me a moment. Because what I want to do is, here we go. I'll even show you, and that way you'll understand what I'm doing and why. And then we're going to return to Deckling. It's just down this end here. As you can see, I've applied null to that area, that top area. Makes it look a bit grungy, but I have not done so here. I wish to do so for consistency. I'm sure you get the drill. This we're going to now do on both of the fuselage parts. And then we'll do one of the dashboard decals. Then we'll do one. Yeah, it's all going to come together, people. I'm certainly feeling, after that, I was a bit, like I said, I was a bit trepidatious about that seat belt. And that one's gone on nicely enough that I'm now actually kind of looking forward to doing the others, because that looks really good. I'm happy with that. Alrighty. Now, it's Good Friday here in Australia. And the question I always pose is, why on earth? I mean, okay, if we accept that Easter per se, whilst yes, a rip of the pagan festivals and yada yada yada, but if we look at it from the Christian perspective, we'll roll with that one. It wasn't a very good day for Jesus, was it? I mean, the guy winds up fucked over by his father and on a crucifix. You can't tell me that's a happy day at the office. I'd certainly be rather grumpy about it. Maybe it should be Unhappy Friday. Has anybody thought of that? No. All right, that's better. Now we've got a bit of consistency in our rear part here. I'll zoom in. Yeah, see? Beautiful. Now we'll do the same to the other part. And then it's dashboard time. Oops. Zoom out. Now, delete. Very full. Maybe a bit more. Might give you a bit more zoom out. There we go. Now, that's better. Bit clearer there. There we go. It's still grungy. It's still consistent, which is the single most important thing, I think, you want, really, in a kit. Those inconsistencies really can ruin the look of something, in my opinion. That is my opinion. Now, the fact that I am right is neither here nor there, but that is my opinion. Now, next, that's what I was doing. This, bing. Now we'll start with that one in that little tricksy position. Have a quick close-up again. Yes, right there. And that, excuse me, is decal number 3. K3, come on down. That one, okay. Oops, sorry guys. Itchy noggin. Now, let's cut. Let's cut. Now, something I can do, actually. Bing, here's a notion. Here's a notion in the ocean. I'll stop that right now. Come here, you. Right. Now, bing. I want to get that. I'm trying to decide as to... I'll get the decal on that part, then I'll glue it down. Back to here. And it was that one. Delay. How'd you come? There we go. Jolly good. Jolly good. Then we're making good progress, actually. I'm pretty pleased. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And again, I will stop right there. I'm going to get myself a mouthful of coffee, I am. Now. Oh, yeah. Now. You come here. Come here. All right. grasp that. Deary me, eh? And soak. And then we'll get one of the other seatbelt ones on. Then we'll get the last of the decals on our dash. Once they're all done, actually, you know what? Here's something else I'll do. Give me a moment. Once I've got this one moving, then I'm going to take a bold and executive maneuver. I am. Yes, I am. Now, let's just see if this is moving. Not yet. A little bit more. Right. Now, I seem to have... Now that thing there is a little part here. In fact, I'm going to put that in the blue box of bits. It wasn't on straight in the first place, so if I'm going to put decals in, we will might as well get it out of the way, then put it in correctly. I'll probably jump the gun in many ways anyway. So, I've certainly made my life easier there. Goggles and a little bit of maneuvering. Yes. Up here just a little. Come on. There we go. Or maybe just nudge down and square it up. There we go. It's on. It does. I mean, I can see it quite visibly. It sticks out. I'm unsure as to why they didn't do that as part of the normal decal setup, but they didn't. As to why it necessitated or was supposed to have photo etch under it, I don't know. But nonetheless, give me a moment. And if you look and you see there's that little one just there, that's right at the tip of my finger, that little sort of cross thing that lines up. Hang on. Let's try that again. That's not helpful either, Rob. Now, that little thing there, that's the decal. Right. So, next. Pop that to there. Now. How do I want to go about this? Well, you'd think pretty much the same way, wouldn't you? I'll have to try and... Oh, yeah. All right, so... that side facing me. Give me a nice clear view at what we want to decal. Now, they actually do have a correct side. So, let us bling. I just realised I've got to get that way so I can cut. But in the short term, $26 goes on that one. Alrighty. Wow. All right, let's do this, kids. That one, that's the one we're after. That's convenient. Ooh, convenience. Now, the question will be... Oh, that'll work. I'm sorry, I'm just working it out in my own mind as to how I want to go about it. Now, ooh, that's not quite the angle. Ooh. Well, actually, it might work better. You never know. Now, that's going to go. Actually, that will be fine. Now, tweezers. What I'm going to do, because of course these are at a bit of an angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one on there and then just hopefully, as it comes, well, come off the bottom there. So I'll need to bring this up to here. And the idea will be that it will slowly wrap around. That's the theory. In fact, I can probably... There we go. There we go. Now, next, we soak. Oh, hey, GB, how are you doing? We are almost finished on the interior of the P-51B, and quite the saga it's been. But the detail is pretty specky, and it's starting to look really good. So I'm feeling pretty good about all of that. Now, and indeed, to have all of this done will be a bit good. what my next modeling aim would be would probably be Sunday, and the aim would be to get the Messerschmitt up to this point as well. And yeah. Alrighty. Is it moving? I think it is. All right. Now, boys and girls. I found putting my jig together a pain in the ass. I got it to a point, but my patience is limited, as I say, and even though I didn't finish it, it's still mighty handy. I'm sure you've seen me probably use mine, and look, they are well worth the time. They really are. Painful to assemble, but for the convenience of enabling you to access your kit without having to put it on and to be able to move it around and yada yada yada. Yeah, they're good. Even rough though mine is, it's still very handy. Now, all right. Now, give me a moment. Bing. And we just fold that over. Do we? No, we don't. We just let that. Goggles. Hang on. Oh, nice. Oh, 132 will give you a bit of fun on the detail front. Now, give me a moment here. I see what needs to happen. We're almost right. That needs to come down to there. This is getting a little tricksy. I see the problem. Robin, how to... I don't want to get tweezers onto it. Because that will, like as not... now we possibly get in places. Aha. Right, now, what's going to happen here? Let me just, okay. And then that needs to go. All right. So 2 seat belts on. What we're going to need to do is to give that one there a little bit more of a little bit of crystal clear love, and then it should all be good. It's a little etchy sketchy on this how solid it is, but beyond that, it's coming along, kids. All right, pop that over there for a moment. It's not just me then. All right, now one more decal on the dash, one more decal on the chair. Then I'm going to glue that thing back on the dash, and then we're done for today. That's the plan. Because then, boys and girls, we will have finished the interior. Actually, no, you won't have. You'll need to glue the yoke into position. Then all the detailing is done. We can start putting things together. Dearie me. Now, we're looking for K4, which I'm quietly confident is going to be ludicrously tiny. Where's our decal sheet? Here's our decal sheet. Are you for fucking real? Goggles. That one's borderline ludicrous. Where do I want that one to go? Can't even tell where they want it to go. Hang on. What is it? It's black on a black background, what's more, I think. I'm halfway to going, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, that goes. Are you serious? I see where it goes now. All right. Let's do it. All right. Now then. Let me just check something of my own. Yeah, good. Yeah. We're doing well, guys. We're doing well. Now, K4, you reckon? Rightio. Now, scalpel. Make sure there's no moisture. K4 being that one. All right. Give me a moment. There we go. So that would go that way. All right. Now get these out of the way for a moment. Tweezers. All right, soak. Then we have one more decal and something to glue, and we are done. Oh no, two things to glue. Then we are done. Jesus. Seriously? Hang on a moment. All right. Oh, there it is. All right. Jesus. Stunt deckling. You gotta hate it when you can't even tell if. There we go. And you know what, guys? It's another one of those, I don't reckon anyone's even gonna know. Never mind. Yep. But there's our now completed dashboard. Boom. 4 decals. Boom. Done. All right. Next. Our final seatbelt. Now, one thing I would say about these seatbelt decals is that Arma Hobby have had the good sense to make them quite sturdy in terms of, I was getting quite rough with the side one there, held up quite nicely with it. So, for all the, are you seriously getting us to put decals on photo etch caper? To which the answer is, yeah, they are. At the same time, at least they haven't given you delicate, flimsy decals to work with in that circumstance, if you follow what I'm saying. Yeah, that's just my take on it anyway. If you're going to expect people to do that, you want to make sure that they've got enough strength in the decal to do it. They have. Permission to bitch denied. Yeah, thanks, guys. Now, good people. Let me go just a little. There. And all right. Now, not going to be on tomorrow, as I will be fishing. But I will be on Sunday, and on Sunday I'm going to want to get the Messerschmitt interior finished. Because then we get to a whole lot of airbrushing being done. On all of our kits. So yeah. Now, whilst I think too, in May, I will not be on for a few days. Now, granted, that's May. Because on the 16th, I get my new hip. So obviously I'm going to be, that's a Friday, so I won't be on that day. I'll be in hospital for a few days and I'll probably want a bit of time to recover. So it's going to be a week when I'm probably not on. I know I haven't done the seat yet. I'm about to get onto that. Now, but yeah, and come here, you. Now let's get our sight ends right. Right, so that's going to go that way. Very good. All right, tweezers, Las Vegas. Now we want that to go on that way. So we will go that way. Now, I just want to check one little detail. Yeah. I've got my new hip going in, so I'll be in hospital for a few days, and then I would suggest I'm going to want to be taking it pretty easy for a few days after that as well. So there's going to be about a week where I'm not on, and also I've got to move house on one day that same week. I get the keys on the 12th, so I've got to move before the 15th. In fact, I probably want to move on by the 14th. Yeah, busy times, kids, busy times. Now, anyway. Now, that's a month away, of course, and I'll let you know again closer to the time. I'll make an announcement on YouTube, obviously, and I think what else does go out on YouTube and Facebook? Will get announcements, but I can do a couple of announcements on a couple of other platforms just to let people know. All right, let's see if we're moving. We're moving. No. All right. Over we come. All righty. Let me get my goggles for a moment. Something doesn't look quite right here. Hell of a time to discover that. I see the problem. Okay, we have to be quick about resolving this. Shit. Shit. Stay cool, Rob. Stay cool. Somewhere here. I don't want to let that get too dry too much either, of course, but part of the photo etch has come off. I might have to do a etchy sketchy if I can't find that part quickly. Running out of time. Is that it? It is. Alright, what we do is very quickly shit. This is suboptimal as timing goes, I tell you. Actually, this might work out okay. No, wrong one, for God's sake. Yeah. Come here. Alright, what we're going to do first, we're just going to make sure this is still moving. Keep this happy. Next, it's going to require a bit of maneuvering, but that's okay. I'm just going to have to hope I can pull this off. Now, come here. All right. Ayo. Where's it gone to now? There. Right. We can pull this off, guys. Nice. All right. This will be fine. Goggles off. Decal setter. All right, let's do this. A little bit nerve wracking, but I think that's a pencil, Rob. Need to raise that up. Come on. Aha. Goggles. We are very close to getting that right now, kids. Yeah. Right now, you are going to go over there and into there. Yes, you are. Come on. Now. Ha ha! Well, that was a little bit scare making, but I'm actually a bit chuffed with myself. Major salvage and decal in place. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh. Well, there's a few ways I can go about it. One thing I have thought about inquiring about is whether I can get maybe a month's worth of Meals on Wheels or something going on. I'm told they're not top notch, but do I give a rat's ass if at least I get fucking food from, however long. Equally, I can get food delivered from a supermarket. That's not so bad. There are some people, and I've had but yes, it is something to consider. One of my bigger issues is that I live by myself, of course. But yeah. Anyway, now zoom you in on that one. Now, give me a moment. Now, that one on the right's still got to be glued down, just letting them settle in a bit. But here we go, guys. Zoom out. Now, we are really getting places. All right. All right. Next. Now, what I should do, you get over here. Two things. Now, let me just, yep, okay. All right. Now then. You get over here. And we are almost, oh my God. The saga is almost completed, kids. Deary, deary me. Now then, what we shall do, like there. Now, that part, come here. Now, give me a moment. Just Get off of my hand. No, that's not where you meant to go. Aha! Aha, that's better. Right, now I'll show you what I've just been fiddling with there. No, we'll be doing that directly. Now, that little bit thing there was at the wrong angle. But now it's at the right angle. A little thing at the top there. So there we go. And finally, somewhere along here, give me a moment. Looking. It's here somewhere. Maybe Rob knows this to be true. So one of these pieces of spray. Really now, where are you? I know because I detailed it. And because I saw it recently. Let's keep looking. Aha! Aha! Now that delete. Now let's just confirm which way around it goes. I think that's what that part that I adjusted was. Or it might be that thing down here. But yeah, there is a bit that... Anyway, so that way around. Alrighty. The long part faces that way then. Yep. Okay. And that goes into there. There's a little bit of nuance to that, I think. All right. Sprue cutters. And now there we go. Now. Quick little bit of filing just on the bottom of this part. Then it is time to glue it in. I will need to do a there we go. Little touch of interior green there when it's in position, but it won't stop us from or slow us down in any way, shape or form with regards to the overall assembly. It'll be something that I'll just go ding, and while I'm here. Now, give me a moment. Not going to use crystal clear on this one. What I will do is be a little more cautious than normal. And then we will have everything in the cockpit done. Yes, we will. And I will be very happy about that fact. There we go. Now, you know what? I'm overthinking it. Right, let's do this. Now we go. And here we go. I think. Yep. Oops, no, we don't. Here. What is it? There we are. Ah, almost. Yeah, beautiful. All right, I can give you a zoom in now. Yeah, we've done good, kids. We've done good. All right. Boom. There we go. And of course, boom. And yeah, we did also, of course, grunge them up a little bit. There we go. Just for consistency's purpose. All right. That is me done for today. Oh, we don't get a clear gun sight. No, mate. Hang on. I'm looking very large there, aren't I? Hang on. I think it's as good as it's going to get. All right. That is me done for today. Now, thank you for watching. I do appreciate that. First-time viewers, magic button. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it all went. Thanks, David. I was particularly happy with the photo etch salvage and then still getting the decal on maneuver. Yeah, anyway, I'm Rob the Builder on... I was telling people about other platforms, wasn't I? I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. What are those words, people? Follow, like, or subscribe. Now, tomorrow being Saturday, I will not be on. I will be back on, well, it's my Sunday. I don't know if it's Friday for you now. I will be back on your Sunday. I'm planning on being back on my Sunday, which might be your Saturday. I'm not sure. And on that one, I want to work on the Messerschmitt because I want to get that interior completed. In that case, it'll be your Saturday. I want to get the interior of the Messerschmitt completed because when that's done, we'll be at the same point where that things start happening. Kids start getting finished, they do. So that pretty much covers all the details. I'll be back on my Sunday, depending on what part of the world you're in. That'll be Saturday. It may not be. And all that's really left for me to say is that I will be back then at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.